The album is called The Gunman and Other Stories, and I felt as if somewhere along the line you've got to tell a jolly story or paint a jolly picture, and Farmyard Cat is just it's a bit of fun to end the record, really. I could play the Paul McCartney card, which is that kids would tend to like that kind of a song, but then some kids probably won't. It's just a bit of fun, and it moves. When I say it moves, it's more spirited than a lot of the music that I write. Most of the music I write tend to have more emphasis on the melody and the chords. And in general, they tend to be slow. And Farmyard Cat is a bit of fun.
I think it will appeal to those people who like what we do. I think they will accept this as a Prefab Sprout record and enjoy it. But I do think it will.
You're always fighting for a new audience, aren't you?
Yeah. We don't. Every record we put out, we're hoping for a new audience will come along. We'll find out in about 3 or 4 years whether it worked.
We'll find out whether it goes straight to video. When we finished the record, we looked for a title. I don't think we were not too sure all the way through what it would be. Sometimes I referred to it as Cowboy Dreams because it seemed like
obvious.
It seemed obvious. It seemed an obvious thing to call it. That these things were all figments of our imagination, because we aren't, here we are dressed up like this, and we aren't really outlaws in the late 19th century.
Is that right, Ted?
That's right. That's right. But afterwards, the idea of pulling in the Gunman as a title and other stories, it just seemed to suggest what had actually happened on the record. That there were strong narratives. Most songs that people like have a strong story. Even if they don't have them, you tend to supply them. I mean, some people will listen to Sgt. Pepper and think it tells some kind of story all the way through, where I don't think the Beatles intended that. So with us, it was very simple, really, just to try and find something that fitted.
With this record, we embraced new technology in several different ways. First of all, there's the website, which is a great way of harnessing the people who are out there and actually making it seem like there's a lot more happening. There was a lot happening last year, but also the whole thing of the MP3 format, we used that to mix the record. It was mixed via New York and Newcastle via MP3, which I don't know how many bands have done that yet, but it worked tremendously well. We had every mix was sent across. We gave the go-ahead. We said what we didn't like. We sent back suggestions via email, and it cut out a lot of FedEx transfers.
At the moment, we don't really have any plans for touring. We've got a huge back catalogue of sort of unreleased songs and unrecorded songs, and we're trying to maybe get a few more of them made into records before we tour again.
Make a few records quicker.
Yeah, we take forever, and there's no real reason to be so slow. To make one a year or whatever, whatever the rhythm of the industry will permit you to do. That's part of it, isn't it, really?
At a certain age, it would be a bit pointless trying to look a lot younger to compete in the marketplace, and I think that we look grizzled. We look grizzled, so why not just admit it and go with it rather than pretending there's something we're not. The record is about making something that's honest and traditional, and
yeah, the cowboy thing is it is a bit of a red herring, isn't it? You do it for a laugh. And you do it because it makes for striking graphics. But really, I would hate people to think that this was our new career, and that but you can see us in the rodeo next year, in the summer months.